sir.
So last time what we discussed?
16, sir.
Last
Good
time,
evening, sir.
last time what we discussed?
Sir, we discussed about the syllabus.
और कुछ नहीं था. चलो कोई बात नहीं. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last time we discussed about what are the discuss, है ना? So let us start now. So polymers we define that is a macromolecules. Okay. So polymers may be classified into the different forms. So here I have given a scheme of these classifications for the in terms of the characteristics of the polymer molecules. Otherwise, the other classification say as per its nature, it is of two types: natural polymer and synthetic polymers. Then, as per this chemical nature, that's the origin, natural and synthetic. And as per the chemical nature, it may be the organic based polymers or it may be the inorganic based polymers. Okay, as per the polymerization reactions, it is of two types: chain polymerization and condensation polymerization. But here we will be discussing about the characteristics of these polymer molecules. So molecular characteristics that we define, say the chemistry, already we have defined, it is being formed by the repetition of single small chemical units. So that's why we get different other macromolecules also, but many times those are not being formed by the repeating unit composition. So those are not the polymer molecules, though those are the macromolecules. That's why we call all macromolecules are not necessarily the polymer molecules, but polymer molecules are always the macromolecules. Okay. So now as per its size, so there we consider, say, mainly this molecular weight. Say if the molecular weight is more, so naturally the size will be bigger. More means it is more bigger. Say similar way the chain size will also be very large one. And if the molecular weight is moderate, so chain or its size will also be moderate. Similar way, as per its shape, it may be this chain. This is chain in these twisting forms. Chain, this is the twisting form, or it may be the entangle form. Say one chain, this is the one chain, and other chains is also the like this. Entanglement is there, but there is no any other chemical bondings. Similar way, as per its structures, structures means polymer chain molecule structures. This is of three types mainly: linear, branch, and cross-link. But in the more diverse form, we call it the four different types: linear, branch, cross-link, and the networking structures. Okay, linear structures, that's mean once only these main chain molecules are present, and branch means main chain, and there have been the side chains are also present. So those are the branch structures, and this linear and branch structures from the isomeric states of this polymer chain molecules. And cross-link means once one chain is cross-linked with another one. Okay, those are chemically bonded. Okay, that is the cross-link structures. And networking, in this way it's form a networking structures. So that's why it is more or less the cross-link structures. Okay, so as per its isomeric states, this is of two types. This is called the stereoisomers, and other one is called the geometric isomer. Stereoisomer, that's mean many times we call the stereo structures of this polymer molecules. This is of the three types. Now this is the isotactic, syndiotactic, and the atactic. Isotactic, iso means same, tactic means basically the movements. Now here the movements of what? Now arrangement of the atoms into the polymer chain molecules. Okay, that is called the tacticity. So isotactics, once this arrangement of the atoms into the polymer chain molecules into the same direction, that is called isotactic. Syndiotactic means once these are in the alternate manner. Okay, one is upwards, other is downwards. Okay, just reverse, one with other will be in the reverse. Okay, that is called the syndiotactics. And atactic means what? This is at random. That's when it will not follow any systematic patterns of this molecular chain molecules. Okay, that is called atactic. Now, as per its geometric structures, this is geometric isomer. This is of two types. Now, cis structures, and another one is the trans. Cis means once this polymer chain molecules in the same plane, and trans means one in the plane. This is in the reverse one. Say one chain molecules are in the one side, and other one in the plane of the other side of the plane other sides. That is called the trans structures. Okay. So polymers, say if we take the example, say polyethylene molecules. So polymer also may be prepared in the different ways by the different methods. So ethylene, we may get the polyethylene, but in many times we will see what the molecular weight of this polymer chain molecules we are obtaining by the different methods. This may be different. Okay, but if we get the small chain, small molecules, say organic or these inorganic molecules, so then you will see their molecular weight are very defined. Okay, this is the absolute molecular weight we obtain for, say, for example, for sodium chloride and ethanol. Okay, say this is 58.5 for sodium chloride, and if it is 60 by any means, say if you get the molecular weight 60, then we will not call it it is the sodium chloride molecules. Okay, similar way for this ethanol organic molecules, say ethanol molecular weight is 46. So by any means, if you get some of these organic waste molecules, molecular weight is 50. Once you wanted to get this ethanol, but you are getting this molecular weight 50. So of course, this will not be the ethanol. This may be the some other molecules. But then the question is, why does it happen so in this polyethylene? Say some cases we have given the three example. Say molecular weight is 10 to the power 6. Other cases molecular weight is 10 to the power 5 and the 10 to the power 4. Why does it happen so? Because as in the beginning what we have told, the polymer chain molecules are being formed by the repeat unit compositions. So there, once we are getting this 10 to the power 6, that's when more numbers of this molecular weight, more numbers of repeating unit is present. Though all of these polyethylenes are being formed from the ethylene, but the number of this repeating unit may be different, so their molecular weight will also be different. Other cases, we had taken the example, say that's polymer always shows the average property, and from that point of view, I had given one example. Say for example, in your class, say if I ask the height of a student, say you are having more than 100 number of students. So 100 number of students having the varieties of the heights of you. Okay, then how and which way you will classify the height and give you the result in one words. Now that you will get it by the statistical average forms. So you will classify, say 5 feet 2 inches height students are how many, then 5 feet 3 inches students are how many, 6 feet height students are how many, and then you will calculate it, and then you will give the result, say this is 5 feet 5 inches. Okay. So similar way we have given the example in case of polymer molecules. Say the long, say we are having the three, once polymer is being formed, say we have taken the example, say it will form the three different types of this chain. One is the longer one, moderate one, and the small one. Say longer chain forms is 40 numbers, this is 35 numbers, and this is 25 numbers. So total number of chains is 100 in these polymer molecules, but their length are different, so their molecular weight is also different. Say if we here, if we get the molecular weight, say this molecular weight, say this 10 to the power 5, this one is 10 to the power 4, and this is 10 to the power 3, and each molar chain molecular weight, so we can find out the molecular weight. Okay, in which way we will get the molecular weight? In these forms we can get it, summation of Ni Mi upon summation of Ni. Here you see N is the number of moles or the number of these chains, N1, N2, N3, N4, and so on. Okay, so and their respective molar masses, say M1, M2, N3, M4, and so on. Okay, so in this way, say in these cases, how many, say in number of moles, if we consider, say this is 0.4 moles of this chain having this molecular weight, 0.35 having this molecular weight 10 to the power 4, and 0.25 moles of these chains having their molecular weight 10 to the power 3, and then by equating in these equations, by putting in these equations, we can get the molecular weight, and this molecular weight is defined as the number average molecular weight. Okay, number, and why that's why what the polymer molecules properties we are obtaining, this is always the average property. So here, say this is the polymer molecules, only in these cases we get the different types of the molecular weight, whereas here in the sodium chloride and ethanol or for the organic, simple organic and the inorganic molecules or the other molecules, we always get a unique molecular weight. There is no other variation. Okay, so here you see we get the 4 different types of this molecular weight. Number average molecular weight, this is Mn bar. Weight average molecular weight, this is Mw bar. Viscosity average molecular weight, Mv bar, and sedimentation average molecular weight, that is Mz bar. So in this way we get the 4 different types of this molecular weight, Mn bar, Mw bar, Mv bar, and Mz bar. Okay, so Mn bar we find out in this way, the number fractions, and then weight average molecular weight we find out in terms of this weight fractions, that is summation of Wi Mi upon summation of Wi. How many numbers of chain? Now 1 to n numbers of these chains. Okay, now here if we make this comparison with this Mn bar and Mw bar, so this is, it is in terms of these numbers, and this is in terms of this weight. So these two be into the same platform so that we can compare it. So so what we do now, we take a substance whose say this polymer is the substance, is a chain molecular say is chain weight is W grams, and its respective molecular weight is M. So how many number of moles we'll get? So N, we find out W by M, and number of moles equal to W by M, and then W becomes N into M. So now here if we put this value here, okay, W is equal to Nm. So what value we will get? Summation of Ni Mi square upon summation of Ni Mi. Okay, so now Mw bar we have transformed it in terms of this number of moles, that is summation of Ni Mi square, whereas upon summation of Ni Mi, and Mn bar is Ni Mi upon summation of Ni. Now we can compare in between these two. Now out of these two, which one is greater? Which one will show the greater value? Now this Mw bar will always show the greater value of from this Mn. Okay, in general Mw bar is always greater than Mn bar. but the conditions under which conditions MW bar will be equal to Mn bar. Under which condition? बताओ. पानी पीना चाहिए. बताओ. Under which condition?
Sir, जब सबके
Some N1, N2, N3 are equal to W1, W2, W3.
तो इसका मतलब क्या निकले?
When molecular weights are equal to the
बताओ.
Sir, their molecular weights are equal to their individual count.
So in terms of this polymer chain, सुनो. In terms of this polymer chain molecules क्या characteristics होंगे? Hello? देखो, in terms of this polymer chain molecules, all will be same types of this polymer chain molecules. There should not be in same numbers of this repeating unit. Say if it's from say 100 numbers of polymer chain molecules, all 100 polymer chain molecules are same. That means the all polymer chain molecules will be uniform. Under this kind of all polymer chain molecules, say this is the polymer chain, other polymer chain, this is other polymer chain. So M1, its molecular weight, it's M2, it's M3, M1, M2, and M3 all are same. And number of these repeating units are also same. N1 is equal to N2 equal to N3. That indicates as terms of its characteristics. What happens? These are all the uniform polymer chain molecules. In these conditions only MW bar will be equal to Mn bar. Now if we take the ratio of these two different molecular weights, so MW bar upon Mn bar, that will be what? Greater than or equal to 1. And this is called the dispersity index value of the, this ratio is called the dispersity index value of the polymer chain molecules. This once it is greater than 1, that is called the polydispersity index, and 1 it is equal to 1 dispersity index value, that is called monodispersity index. Okay, mono means 1. So in this way there is the significance. Say if we have say the polyethylene molecule but 3 different samples of this polyethylene molecules. Okay, so one cases is there the 3 different polymers sample molecules having the dispersity index value 1.2 to 1.5, 1.2 to 1.5, 1.2 to 1. That indicates what? The same numbers, variation of these polymer chain molecules are present, but there is the variation of what? Polymer chain molecules are different. Okay. Now here say 1.5. Say if we take the dispersity index value as 1.5. So this is MW bar upon Mn bar. So MW bar upon Mn bar, that you can do by 3 by 2, 30 by 20, 30,000 by 20,000, 3 lakhs by 2 lakhs, 30 lakhs by 20 lakhs. All cases it will give the 1.5 value. Okay. So now if you want to buy the polyethylene samples, and here you have given the dispersity index value, but not only the dispersity index value will work, there you have also give the variations of their molecular weight. Okay, otherwise suppliers are very clever. They will give the small chain molecules, but it will tally your dispersity index value, but not tally in your molecular weight. So that's why molecular weight plays a very important role to find out its property. Okay, so but dispersity index value, since it is the ratio, okay, so from this ratio by this any value we can get 1.5. but it will not satisfy. Say if the molecular weight average is 3 or 30 or 20 number average, so it will not solve the molecular weight. Okay, so that's when the very small molecular weight, and it will not solve your purpose. Say 300 by 2000 like this. So it will not solve your purpose unless until it satisfy your requirement that you need minimum the 30,000 of its molecular weight in terms of MW bar and 20,000 in terms of this number average molecular weight. ठीक, समझ में आया कुछ?
Yes, sir.
Now, after this MW bar, Mn bar, let we come to this Mv bar. Okay, so Mv bar in terms of this number of moles and the respective molar masses, also we can find out without knowing the viscosity of this polymer solution. Okay, so there also we write this formula to find out the viscosity average molecular weight, that is summation of Ni mi to the power 1 plus alpha upon summation of Ni mi and 2 to the power whole 1 by alpha, and alpha is a constant and whose value lies between 0 to 1. Okay, so this is called this viscosity average molecular weight in terms of number of moles and their respective molar masses. Now this Mn bar, number average molecular weight, we measure by using the instrument that by apparatus that is called the osmometer, and by osmometric methods we find out the number average. The weight average molecular weight we find out in which methods? Weight average, that is being measured by the light scattering method. Okay, light scattering method. And viscosity average molecular weight generally we find out by the viscometric methods. Okay. Take. Now, this alpha value, what I told, not 0 to 1, and that will depends on the nature of the polymer and its solvent. Okay. Similar way, we can find out the sedimentation average molecular weight, and that is being found out by the summation of Ni mi cube upon summation of Ni mi square. So in this way, we get the 4 different types of this molecular weight. So out of these 4 different types of this molecular weight, which one is greater? Now Mz bar is greater than Mw bar, Mw bar is greater than Mv bar, and Mv bar is greater than Mn bar. So these 4 different types of this molecular weight we can find out by using a technique that is called the gel permeation chromatography, GPC. Okay.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, what is alpha, sir? In the
Alpha is a constant. Alpha is a constant whose value lies between 0 to 1, and that alpha depends on the nature of the polymer and its solvent.
What, sir?
Okay.
Alpha depends on?
यही तो लिखे, nature of polymer.
Nature or solvent.
Sir, nature in the sense its density.
पॉलीमर
those
किस
type-
नेचर का है? नहीं, ऐसा नेचर नहीं जो नेचुरल है ना, सिंथेटिक ऐसा नहीं है. पॉलीमर का नेचर किस प्रकार का है एंड इट्स सॉल्वेंट के ऊपर डिपेंड करते हैं अल्फा वैल्यू.
Okay, sir.
So 4 different types of this molecular weight we can obtain by the gel permeation methods, that is gel permeation chromatographic technique. This is called the GPC, and there we it gives the result by these instrumental methods. Now the Ni number of these moles versus molecular weight, and there in this way this will give the highest molecular weight Mz bar, then Mw bar, Mv bar, and then Mn bar. Okay, and that is called the molecular weight distribution. Okay, molecular weight distribution. Can I distribute किए है? Similar way, these molecular weight distribution curves will also be helpful to select the polymer samples as per our requirements or as per our need. So here you see, I have given a graphical forms of the three different curves. Okay, say this is the broad spectrum number 1, then this is the medium spectrum, this is 2, and 3 1 is the narrow spectrum. What does it indicate? What does it indicate? What PDI value will obtain? बोलो। देखो इसी में दिया हुआ है PDI1, PDI2, PDI3 and so on, and another curve is there for PDI4. बता सकते हो PDI value? Can you tell me the PDI values? Polydispersity index values?
Sir, here their exact values cannot be found because data is not given.
तो लेकिन बता क्या सकते हो? कुछ तो बता तो सकते हो।
We can say that in the first one, the distribution of atoms having
नहीं, एटम्स का कोई रोल फॉल नहीं है, चेन का, ओनली पॉलीमर चेन।
yes sir, more number of
क्या
polymers are having more weight in the first one. The distribution is actually more.
क्या डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन?
weight distribution.
No.
In the first one, we can see that MW is, and the difference between MW and MN is very, very large. So we can say that PDI1 will be very, very large because the ratio will be larger.
Then 2.
So then similarly, we can see for 2, the difference is a little bit less, and for 3, it is more less. So PDI1 will be greater than for 2, and then it will be greater than for 3. And for 4, we can see it's only a line, so it will be 1.
क्या है? What does it indicate? 1. So here you see PDI1. This is the broad spectrum. Here you see the molecular weight range from here to here. Is it? That's been more number of these variations of these polymer chain molecules. And varieties of these polymer chain molecules you will obtain. So varieties of this molecular weight you will obtain. Is it? The different chains having the different molecular weight, the varieties are there. Okay. Now, so here MW bar upon MN bar values. So PDI value will be very, very large. Maybe 10, 12 like this. Okay. But here in this case, the curve number 2. This is the curve number 2. Now here also the variation is there, but in comparison to 1, the less number of variation. Okay, so there PDI2, the value should be less than the PDI1. Okay, similar way the 3. This is the 3. 3 is again the less broadened, That's mean the narrow spectrum. So here also but number of variations of this polymer chain molecules is also here, but here this number of variations is less. So this PDI3 value will be less than, very much less than 2, and very less than 1, and but it will be greater than 1, this PDI3. Okay. So in PDI4, what does it indicate? So it has given a only single line. Single line means here it indicates what?
Monodisperse.
Yes, that means एक ही molecular weight का जितनी सारे पॉलीमर चेन मॉलिक्यूल्स फॉर्मेशंस हुए हैं, ठीक है, जितनी सारे पॉलीमर चेन मॉलिक्यूल फॉर्मेशन हुए हैं, क्यों यहाँ पर देखो नंबर ऑफ, ये क्या बोल रहा है, ना इज नंबर ऑफ मोल्स, ये है ना, मान लीजिए ये 0 to 1 है ना, 1 मोल का है, तो दिस इज 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and so on up to 1. That's mean same. That's mean all polymer chain molecules are uniform. Okay, so their PDI value is 1, and this is the monodispersity index. So that is the significance of the molecular weight distribution curve. Okay, समझ में आया? बताओ, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जब तक तुम कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं कर लोगे ना, ये आंसर करना बहुत मुश्किल होगा. लेकिन कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो तो आपको क्या है ना, एक लाइन एक सेंटेंस में आंसर दे दोगे. एक सेंटेंस के आंसर ही काफी होते हैं आपको 3 नंबर, 2 नंबर, 4 नंबर, 5 नंबर मिलने के लिए. तो इसीलिए लास्ट टाइम आई थिंक, आई डोंट नो इन विच सेक्शन, वन स्टूडेंट वाज आस्किंग मी, जी सर व्हिच बुक्स, because books we have seen Jain and Jain Jail, sir, what you are teaching, those are not, we are not finding from the books. मैंने बोला बुक से आपको as usual बुक से you cannot get it, है ना. So that's why I advise all of you, you follow the lectures, you prepare the notes from these lectures, है ना, and listening the lecture very carefully. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. आप यदि अंडरस्टैंड यही कर लो तो आपको और पढ़ने का जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा. हाँ, पढ़ने का जरूरत इसी समय पड़ेंगे आपको, एग्जाम के टाइम में थोड़ा सा याद करना है ये सर ने क्या क्या पढ़ाया था, इसका इसमें क्या बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स के आधार पर. इफ इट इज क्लियर, इट इज मोर देन सफिशिएंट. और आपको यदि बोलो सर ये सब सुनने का, बेकार बकवास सुनने का कोई मतलब नहीं है, किताब से देख लोगे तो आप किताब ढूंढते रहो. एक किताब नहीं है, आपको हो सकता 15-20 किताब पढ़ना पड़े. ठीक है, देखो ये सारे चीज किताब में तो है, ऐसा नहीं है दैट आई एम डिस्कवरिंग द न्यू थिंग्स, एंड आई एम आल्सो नॉट गिविंग द न्यू कंसेप्ट, द न्यू थ्योरी, न्यू फॉर्मूला, नथिंग, है ना. मैं भी पढ़ के रट के जो सीखे हैं, जितना मेरे को समझ में आए हैं वही चीज मैं बता रहा. ठीक, तो इसीलिए किताब के पीछे मत भागो, भागो लेक्चर के पीछे, लेक्चर नोट्स के पीछे. लेक्चर रिकॉर्डिंग भी होते हैं, उसको बार बार सुनो और देखो, समझने का कोशिश करो. आप यदि कहो सर बार बार देखे सुने तब तो क्या मेरा पॉलीमर में अटक के रह जाएंगे, और कुछ करना नहीं है. हाँ, बात सही है, इतनी ज्यादा समझने का नहीं है, थोड़ा बहुत समझ जाएगा तो वही बहुत है, वही जिंदगी में करके खाओगे. समझ गए? और इसीलिए देखो, नाउ यू आर इन दिस ऑनलाइन का जमाना में हो, है ना. आप लोग ये सोचते हो अरे हमारे पढ़ने धरने का क्या जरूरत है, हमारा कोई दोस्त ने एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर देंगे, व्हाट्सएप कर देंगे, उसको हम लोग डिटो लिख देंगे, वेदर इट इज ट्यूटोरियल हो, वेदर इट इज टेस्ट, क्विज टेस्ट हो, वेदर इट इज एंड सेम हो, कुछ भी हो, है ना, नंबर तो मिल ही जाएंगे. लेकिन ये देखो, मैंने शुरू से ही बोला था, चोरी विद्या बहुत बड़ा विद्या होता है ना, धुरंधर विद्या कहा जाता है. लेकिन कब वो बड़ा विद्या होते हैं, यदि ना आप पकड़ में आओ. आप पकड़ में आ जाए तो ये चोरी विद्या आपका 0 से भी नीचे चले जाते हैं. ठीक है। और जनरली यही होते हैं कि ना, ये जनरली जहाँ ये देखोगे, ये चोरी जो करते हैं ना कुछ एविडेंस जरूर छोड़ के जाते हैं, ये पक्का है, इसी में कोई शक नहीं है। और इसीलिए इतनी सारे क्या नाम है, इतनी सारे हिडन केसेस को हम लोग खुलासा कर पाते हैं। हाँ, लेकिन ये आप जरूर कह सकते हैं ये सर, इसको इन्वेस्टिगेट करने का इच्छा व गुडविल होना जरूरी होते हैं, जरूर होते हैं। अदरवाइज आधा रास्ता में सब स्टॉप हो जाते हैं, लेन देन करके सब खत्म हो गया, भाई खत्म नहीं, कुछ नहीं है, कुछ शख्स नहीं मिले हैं, नो एविडेंस, तो बोरी हो गया। तो आप लोगों को जांचाई के लिए एक ही रास्ता बचे हुए है ऑनलाइन के जमाना में, वाइवा। ठीक है, और उसी से आपका सारे मार्किंग होते हैं, आपका टीचर असेसमेंट का हो, आपका एंड सेमेस्टर का जो 30 कंपोनेंट्स होंगे, यही सब ज्यादा कंपोनेंट है, उसी से आपका मेरिट को फर्क हो जाता है। बाकी तो सब 30-40% तो एक ही है, मोर और लेस सभी स्टूडेंट को वो 18-19 इसी का डिफरेंस होता है, 1-2 नंबर का डिफरेंस होता है, लेकिन वहाँ का डिफरेंस बहुत तगड़ा होता है, 0 to 30, 0 to 40, इतना इतना डिफरेंस होते हैं। So that's why be careful, very careful, not only in the subject of this chemistry, but in all cases. Try to understand or try to listen it. लेकिन अभी ऑनलाइन के जमाने में तो बहुत आपका इजी हो गया मेथड्स, थोड़ा बहुत सुन लो, है ना, इसके बाद और इच्छा हो तो उसका वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग चालू कर दो, उसका थोड़ा से देख लो, हैं। तो इसीलिए थोड़ा से ध्यान में रखिए उसी हिसाब से। हाँ, मैं जो चीज बोलने जा रहा था, देखो पिछले बार का एग्जाम में मैंने पता नहीं कौन ग्रुप का स्टूडेंट्स को कहा भी था, मेरा ख्याल से एक आध स्टूडेंट्स को मैंने कहा भी था, एक आध सेक्शंस को, पॉलीमर से एक क्वेश्चन सेट हुआ था, दैट वाज द कंसेप्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन था। ठीक है, तो मेरे ख्याल से न्यूमेरिकल बेस ही थे, लेकिन न्यूमेरिकल के अंदर टेक्स्ट भी थे। ठीक है, तो न्यूमेरिकल के अंदर भी बहुत सारे आंसर भी दिया हुआ था। ठीक है, तो उसी में से जो ये न्यूमेरिकल को ये प्रॉब्लम को जो लोग सॉल्व किए हैं, एक स्टूडेंट किए हैं, लेकिन जो सॉल्व किए हैं, जिसका ये सारे स्टूडेंट मेरा ख्याल से आउट ऑफ 500 490 की 95 स्टूडेंट्स कॉपीड किए हैं, तो उसको अनफॉर्चुनेटली उसका सॉल्यूशन ही गलत था, समझ गए। उसका कहना, उसका समझ में जितना आया किए हैं, वो सोचा ठीक किए हैं, और वो सारे स्टूडेंट उसको कॉपी किए हैं, तो 490 स्टूडेंट्स को 0 मार्क्स मिल गया है, एक ही एकदम डिटो। सिर्फ 7-8 स्टूडेंट्स जो उसका दिमाग से किए थे, चोरी नहीं किए थे, है ना, और उसका दिमाग लगाया था, वो सही हुए थे। तो मानो 500 स्टूडेंट्स को, मान लीजिए मैक्सिमम 10 स्टूडेंट्स का भी हो, तो कितना परसेंट निकले बताओ। 500 स्टूडेंट में 10 स्टूडेंट को सही हुए हैं, तो 10/500 इंटू 100, 1000 अपन 500, मतलब 2% स्टूडेंट्स, 98% स्टूडेंट्स फेल हुए हैं। पॉलीमर का चैप्टर में 0 मार्क्स मिले हैं 98% स्टूडेंट्स। क्यों ना, वो कॉपी किए है, वो कुछ समझदारी ही नहीं है, वो समझने का कोशिश भी किया नहीं है, हो सकता है न्यूमेरिकल पढ़ा भी नहीं है, उसको व्हाट्सएप में जो सॉल्यूशन आए हैं और डिटो उठा दिया उसको। तो ये चीज नहीं चलेगा, समझे। तो इसको थोड़ा से ध्यान में रखिए, ठीक है। अच्छा, एनीवे, now up to this it is clear. Next we will enter into the other parts. Okay. ये तो बाद में होंगे, ठीक है। तो नाउ इसी के बात करेंगे हम, है ना। नाउ विस्कोसिटी एवरेज मॉलिक्यूलर वेट, सो दैट वी कैन फाइंड आउट समेशन ऑफ NiMi टू द पावर अल्फा अपॉन समेशन ऑफ NiMi, ठीक है। अल्फा वैल्यू लाइज बिटवीन 0 to 1 टू द पावर होल 1 by r, ठीक है। सो हियर इन टर्म्स ऑफ NiMi से इसको निकाला गया है। सो विदाउट नोइंग द Ni and Mi वैल्यू, then also we can find out the viscosity average molecular weight by using this method, viscometric methods. So for this one, what we need? We need to use a viscometer, and that viscometer is called Oswald viscometer. Oswald viscometer 2 आर्म का भी होता है, 3 आर्म का भी होता है। 2 आर्म, इसको फिजिकल स्ट्रक्चर्स मतलब समझने का कोशिश करो, इसी टाइप का है। ये एक हॉलो ट्यूब है ना, and then there is the bulk, and then bottom of this bulk the narrow tube, but in between in this tube having one capillary. So and then this is bent, and then again another bulk is there, and this is end here. This is called the arm. Similar way from here another side arm is also inserted, and then it's become the 3. ये 3rd आर्म भी नहीं रहे तो 2 आर्म में भी आपको काम होंगे, ठीक है। तो here this Oswald viscometers, what we use now, Poiseuille's used this Oswald viscometers, and he has given one relation, and this viscosity is being measured in the symbol, that is the eta symbol, है ना। ये है eta symbol, ये आर्म के साथ जोड़ गए हैं, ये वाला, this is the eta symbol is this, okay। Pi p r to the power 4 by 8 LV into T. Pi value that you know, है ना, कितनी है 22 by 7, okay। P is the pressure exerted. Now solutions, one this solution passing through this capillary, it also exert pressure, and that pressure is being measured, okay, that is P. And pressure is being measured by using the pressure difference, okay, that is rho Z8 density, then the gravitational acceleration and height, okay, height of this mercury. Here in this way this pressure is being measured, okay। So now here this is the pressure, and R is what, the capillary radius, and L is the length, and V is the how much volume of this solution is being used. Now here in this viscometer, you see this is the upper graduation, and here it is the lower graduation. Say this is the 20 milliliter volume bulk is there. So here we take the solution, say what solution, a polymer solution. So solution is being made which way, solvent plus solute makes the solution. So here solute is polymer. So since polymer is the very large chain molecule, so we take the very small quantity of this polymer samples, but huge quantity of the solvent, okay। So then what happens, what the solution it's formed. Now in normal way it prepared the solution, it becomes very thick, but the thick solution cannot pass through this capillary, so we need to have the very thin solution. So we need to have the very dilute solution, and there generally we prepare 0.1%, say 0.1 grams of polymer samples is being dissolved in 100 milliliters of solvent, suitable solvent where this polymer should be dissolved, that is called weight by volume, okay। Similar way 0.2%, 0.3, 4, 5, so on. Again it becomes thick, then again we make the very dilute solutions here, okay। Now here you see, once this polymer solution pass from this upper graduation to this lower graduation, that is the flow times, that time we measure, okay, and that time is being denoted as T, okay। So here this pi r rho v, pi r l v, okay, these are the 4 different parameters. Now here pi is constant, r is also constant, now because this diameter radius is constant, length is also constant, v what the volumes we have used, that is also constant. What is the variation? The variation in the pressure and the times. Now here you see, now polymer solution is being made by using the solvent. Now here we compare the solutions and the solvent. So solvent, the pure solvent, if we take, that will also exert pressures when it is passing through the capillary. So once we are measuring its flow times, but here in this case, the pressure exerted by the solution and the pressure exerted by the solvent, we assume that is very negligible, and both cases we consider these are same. Almost these are same. So P is also becomes same. So here all values are same, means constant. So this viscosity will be proportional to what? Time. Proportional to times. Here you see eta 0 value we have taken. 0 means the pure solvent, and once non-zero or only eta is there, that is for the solution. So in this way, once we find out the viscosity, here also we find out the not the absolute viscosity, like this values we calculate. So here everything is cancelled out. Here we take the relative viscosity. So relative viscosity then becomes eta by eta 0 or T by T0. T is the flow times for the solution and T0 is the flow times for the solvent. And this eta relative is always greater than 1, because T value, flow times, will be taken by the solution. Polymer solution is greater than the pure solvent. Then we come to this specific viscosity, eta specific equal to eta relative minus 1. Then we come to this reduced viscosity, eta reduced, eta specific by C. C is what? The concentration of solution. Then we come to this inherent viscosity, eta inherent, that is Ln, exponential logarithm of eta relative upon C. And that intrinsic viscosity will also not give us the absolute result of this polymer samples, the properties, but it gives us some idea about the molecular weight, whether this molecular weight is for the two different samples, is which one is more and which one is less. Okay, by inherent viscosity value we can find out this one only. Okay, and then intrinsic viscosity eta in int, that is also being denoted as square bracket of eta, and that is intrinsic viscosity is also called the limiting viscosity, and that is limit C tends to 0, and at this stage what is the eta specific by C value? That's been the eta reduced value, eta specific by C value. That will give us the intrinsic viscosity, or it is also being denoted eta specific by C when the concentration becomes almost 0. Now concentration become almost 0 का मतलब क्या होता है? That means it is only the pure solvent. Now pure solvent का इसी प्रकार का हम लोग variation नहीं कर सकते, because it gives the 0 result, same value. Okay, so here that, but we need to find out the intrinsic viscosity in the limited conditions when there is a infinitesimal dilute conditions of the polymer solution, and that is being measured by the graphical methods, theoretically by the extrapolation methods. Now once if we plot eta specific by C versus C, say minimum 3 polymer different concentrations solutions we have prepared. Okay, so we'll get the 3 different eta specific by C value, and then if we plot it, it will give the almost straight lines. And now if we extrapolate it on the back side, if we extended this straight line on the back side, if we draw it, then it will intersect the eta specific by C, that's been the y-axis, and this is the x-axis is the C, and at this point C becomes 0. So concentration, it is the origin, that is the 0, then the concentration is being increased. So at this stage, at C, once C is 0, what is the eta specific by C value? That will give us the intrinsic viscosity. So this relation is also called the linear relation, and it is being denoted as y is equal to mx plus c. Now from this is the slope. We can find out the tan theta value m, and the c is the intercept. Okay, and by using this intrinsic viscosity, we can find out the molecular weight, that is the viscosity average molecular weight, by using some formula. That formula is called Mark-Haunik-Sakaruda equation, or it is very popularly known as Mark equation. Okay, and that follows intrinsic viscosity equal to K mv bar 2 to the power alpha, and that is called the Mark equation. Here K, this K and alpha, these two are constant, and this alpha is the same alpha what we have used here in this here, by using the NIMI values. Okay, the same alpha values which lies between 0 to 1, and this is K. Here K is the another constant, and this K and alpha constant are known, and K and alpha value are known, and intrinsic value, if we find out by the graphical methods, we can find out the what MV bar value without knowing the NIMI values. Okay, so this is the very simple one without knowing anything, by only the very easiest methods, the simple methods, by viscometric methods, we can find out the molecular weight. Okay, and then it's follows the y is equal to mx plus c. Similar way, this will also follow the y is equal to mx plus c formulas, or the C linear equations. If we take the logarithm on both sides, so there also you will get, it is getting this y is equal to mx plus c types of this linear equation. Okay, anything more if you want to ask? Hello? ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
can you please explain that viscometer again, the structure of the viscometer?
ये क्या जानना चाहते हो बताओ?
सर इसका जो
तुम्हारे
आपने
सामने ही है विस्कोमीटर.
यस सर, इसका जो आपने स्ट्रक्चर समझाया था,
ये है हॉलो ट्यूब है, देन बल्क है, इसके नीचे कैपिलरी ट्यूब है, देन बेंट है, देन अगेन इसका बल्क है, देन हियर इज द आर्म इज एंड. Another way, this is the 2 arm, and the 3 arm also be there, but the same way it will give the same result. ये कैपिलरी लेंथ है. Okay, this is how much volume of the solution you will use. This is the radius of this capillary. हो गया आपका सारे कुछ. P is also same. We assume that polymer solution and the solvent pressure exerted by this viscometer is same. So P is also same. So what is remaining? Now eta is proportional to T. This one. It's a very simple one. Oswald viscometer.
yes
This is the graduation is there, है ना? यहाँ से जब solutions, once the solution reaches here, we start to taking the flow times, and here once it's reach up to this, how much time it's take to flow, that time we measure. That is the T.
okay sir.
ठीक?
Sir,
बोलो.
sir,
हाँ.
Mitna na use
Without
where any use no Vietnam.
बोलो.
बोल रहा है सर, विस्कोमीटर का यूज कहाँ होता है?
ये क्या बताया? ये MV1 निकालने के लिए, आपने इंट्रिंसिक विस्कोसिटी निकालने के लिए, इंट्रिंसिक विस्कोसिटी आपको निकालने के लिए ये इतनी सारी विस्कोसिटीज का प्रोसीजर्स आपको क्रॉस कम ओवर करना है. आपको चाहिए क्या? एटा स्पेसिफिक बाय सी वैल्यू चाहिए. एटा स्पेसिफिक चाहिए, रिलेटिव आप मेजर कर लिया, देन उसको -1 कर दिए है, स्पेसिफिक मिल गया, डिफरेंट कंसंट्रेशन सॉल्यूशन प्रिपेयर किए थे, उसको फ्लो टाइम्स मेजर करके एटा स्पेसिफिक निकालो। ठीक है, देन इसके बाद इसको प्लॉट करो, एटा स्पेसिफिक अपन सी वर्सेस सी। इसके बाद जो स्ट्रेट लाइन आएंगे उसको एक्सट्रापोलेट करो, यहाँ से ये आपको इंट्रिंसिक विस्कोसिटी रिजल्ट मिल जाएंगे। इंट्रिंसिक विस्कोसिटी मिल गए हैं वैल्यूज, एंड के एंड अल्फा इफ इट इज बीन गिवन यू कैन फाइंड आउट द एमबी बार वैल्यू। विस्कोसिटी एवरेज मॉलिक्यूलर वेट निकल जाएंगे आपका पॉलीमर का।
Okay.
Sir, what is the use of reduced viscosity that we have taken out?
क्या चीज?
Sir, reduced viscosity का use
रिड्यूस्ड विस्कोसिटी क्या होता है? Eta reduced, eta specific by C, that is the reduced viscosity. In a particular viscosity, in a particular concentrations of a solution, the eta specific कितनी है, तो then इसको eta specific को concentration से divide कर दीजिए, you will get the reduced viscosity. ये reduced viscosity है तो आपको intrinsic viscosity जानने के में मदद कर रहे हैं। ये तो reduced viscosity तो है, eta specific by C.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
ठीक है, क्लास इज ओवर।
ओके सर,
No, sir.
Thank you,
थैंक यू
sir.
सर।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.